It's the NFL on EA Sports, where we'll see two of the NFL's oldest and most storied franchises. It's the Green Bay Packers and the Arizona Cardinals, and it's all up next.
A good neighbor to nearby downtown Phoenix. We're at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale, Arizona. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they've definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career, and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that experience, more than likely is going to come away with the win.
Matt Prater ready to get this one going. And away we go in Glendale. It's Keyshawn Nixon with the return. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. So the Packers offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the Utah State product and former first-rounder back in 2020, Jordan Love.
It took Jordan Love a little while for him to get his chance to start in the NFL. He had to watch Aaron Rodgers for a number of years, but guess what? Aaron had to watch Brett, and it paid huge dividends. And it sure looks like Jordan Love, to start his career, is doing the same. He didn't just watch Aaron Rodgers. He worked on his game. He developed his game over 3 years. And when he got his chance, he sure looked like a young star at the position.
Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Second down now, 7 to go. Shotgun now for Love. Dump off caught by his back. And he's brought down after a short gain.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is the completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, the big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers. That time, a running back in the flat.
Love on 3rd and short. Gets this one to Watson. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Handoff here to Jacobs. And he'll advance this down to the 38-yard line. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
1st down throw, here's Love. And there's a man there, it's intercepted. Buda Baker picks it off. And the Cardinals will gain possession up beyond their own 20 after a nice return. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
So here are the Cardinals now, headed out for their first drive. And they'll be led out by a #1 pick out of Oklahoma. One of the game's better runners, it's Kyler Murray.
One of the beauties of the quarterback position is it's not cookie cutter. QBs come in all different shapes and sizes. Some are 5'10", some are 6'6". Some are better on the run, some are better in the pocket. For Kyler Murray, man, he is at his best when he's playmaking. When his athleticism, that dual threat nature comes to life, that is when he is typically a defense's worst nightmare.
It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. Here's Connor on the option. Broke through the tackle. And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. The rookie from Georgia in on that tackle. Third and 4 coming up now. From the gun, it's Murray. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day 1 install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
The first down carry for Connor. Along the sideline, past midfield. And finally stopped at the 34. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
Those outside runs so critical for running back, quarterback, O-line to hit their targets. They got a target area to expose that defense and make the most of it, and that offense just put on display some teaching tape for it.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. It's Connor again. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Brought down by Quay Walker. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Now Murray on the play fake. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, here's Murray. Escapes the puck, pressure's there, and he goes down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
Couple sacks on the opening drive. You better get to fix-it mode in a hurry. And I'm talking about on the sidelines. I'm talking as a quarterback. You've got to solve this pass rush because we know one thing about guys in this league defensively. When they get a couple sacks, they can smell it, and they're going to raise the intensity to another level.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And this looks like it got just inside the 20 as it flew out, and indeed it did. They're putting the ball at the 19-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. And he's touched down after a nice pickup there to get the first.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Tight end going in motion here. On 1st and 10, here's Love. This one taken in by Kraft. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. And it took a couple of guys to hold him down there after a gain of just 1.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Going run again with Jacobs. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. A gain of 2 follows up a gain of 1, and now they're left with 3rd and 7. Love out of the shotgun. That's caught for the 1st. And they make the tackle at the 38. He picks up 15 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Packers.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Running on 1st here with Jacobs. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3. Second down now, 7 to go. Here's Love. Setting up the screen. And he's brought down for a loss.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Love from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
Every offense I've ever seen from Pop Warner to the NFL's got this play in the playbook, but every offense isn't capable of executing it because it takes a quarterback and a receiver on the same page, and that page, it was textbook.
Bails out of the pocket. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home that sack.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Jacobs gets it on the draw. He'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. Brought to the ground by Kaiser White. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and long.
You want to see the term read and react to the little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. To the air with Love. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. 4th down coming up.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
On for the field goal now. Here's Brandon McManus. A 49-yarder in front of him here. The kick by Folk is good. And they're on the board.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Here's Greg Dortch with the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now he gets set to see the Cardinal offense for the second time. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Running to start this drive with Connor. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Devontae Wyatt on the tackle. A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 24-yard line.
Only a solitary field goal so far as we're through 1 quarter. Just a field goal separates these two. We'll return to State Farm Stadium in just a moment. Back and ready now for the 2nd quarter. It's Cardinals football. They have 2nd and pretty long here. Right back to Connor. And he found some running room for a nice gain. He picks up 8 on the run, and now they're going to have 3rd and 4.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Murray to throw here on 3rd. He'll get this one to Connor. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Murray. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Connor on the inside give. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a 1st down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Connor trying the right side. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in a locker room and in the huddle is you could be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
On 2nd down, a run with Connor. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. It's a gain of 4, and they're going to need twice that now on 3rd and 8.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Out of the gun, here's Murray. He's on the move. Oh, he's gonna bouncing football. But it bounces out of bounds, so they'll retain possession. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
Sometimes, let's face it, it's just better to be lucky than good. Your mind as a runner always goes to worst case scenario when you feel that ball get knocked loose. That time the sideline saved him and his team.
Handoff goes to Connor, running left. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Eric Stokes getting there for the stop.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 34. Escapes the pocket. He's running with it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
Man, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. Trying to run it in, Connor. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the second level. Well, someone from the second level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
Now from the 6 after that last play. Here's second and goal. This time it's a passing play. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Murray, third and goal. And the Packers are there. He's hauled down. And the pressure drives them backwards.
Okay, it's pretty clear, isn't it? It's this constant pressure that this defense has imposed on this offense to keep them out of rhythm and build up this lead. This offense is not going to author a comeback if this quarterback continues to run for his life.
Facing fourth down now, the Cardinals turn to Matt Prater for the field goal. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. McManus sends it through. And we're all tied up now in the first half.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Now Prater on to send it away. Jaden Reed to return this. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Out now runs the Packer offense. And they brought out their kicker for a field goal their last possession. This time they'll look to bring him out for an extra point instead. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have second and 2 next.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Here's second and 2. Short pass brought in. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it'll be first down Packers.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're in the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
That's incomplete left side. Pass was thrown for Christian Watson. So that brings up second down.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
A second down throw here for Love. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Shotgun give now to Jacobs. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They stick with Jacobs. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Brought to the ground by Kaiser White.
You know, some positive yardage there, Kate, but just as important, they're mixing up their play calling, and they could very well be setting up the defense for a big play later.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Shotgun now for Love. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Thrown on 1st down, Love. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
2nd and 10, Love trying again. Completes this one to Kraft. This is ahead for about 5. Brought to the ground by Kaiser White.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning at Glendale. And it's the Packers with 3rd and 5. Loves to throw again. He's on the move. He's running for it. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the 1st down.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the 1st down.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. From the red zone now. He's got Watson. And he's going to be just inside the 10 before he goes out.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Love looking to pass. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. Sean Murphy bunting in to pick it off.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
The Cardinals and running back James Conner headed back to the field. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Murray. No luck on the connection, it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field, but in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
On 2nd and 10, it's Murray. He's got a man left. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. 1st and 10, Murray. It is caught left side. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. They'll come up 1st and 10. Back to the air, Murray. Throw is there, Trey McBride. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Cardinals in the hurry-up now, racing the clock as they work to get set. From the 44 here on 2nd down. This will be cut by Connor. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Now the offense going to take its 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. New set of downs for him at the 38. Running back sent in motion. Murray here on 1st down. He lofts it deep, right sideline. Deep sideline shot is caught, and he gets out to stop the clock. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play, and that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Just need 2 more yards that they couldn't get on that last play. Here's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Headed out right. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Well, that's halftime here, and a field goal each, all that these offenses have been able to muster thus far. Now we'll send you to our studios in Orlando and Jonathan Coachman for a look around the league with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, sit tight. We'll get back to you and Brock in just a moment. But for now, this is our Halftime Report. Not too much to show you scoring-wise in that first half. Just a couple of field goals make up all the scoring. But I wouldn't be surprised if we're close to a breakthrough. And things should open up as we move along.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our 3rd quarter. Something's got to be the difference maker here in half number 2. We'll see what it is as we're off and running once again. DJ Dallas now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Here come the Cardinals to begin quarter number 3. And they could take control in the second half early, Brock, if they break the tie on this opening drive. On 1st and 10, it's Murray. He completes it in traffic. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Arizona.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
They'll run the counter to Connor. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
As a corner in this league, well, you can go to the Pro Bowl if you can cover. But you want to be an all-pro, you stick someone like that.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Connects with the open man downfield. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal. Connor does not score. They not only stop him, they backed him up a couple of yards.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
Connor here from the gun, and he's brought down for a loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Murray setting up to throw. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that forces them to 4th and goal.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
Facing 4th down now, the Cardinals turn to Matt Prater for the field goal. This only a chip shot from the right hash. McManus sends it through. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Now Prater on to send it away. On the return, here comes Reed. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Packers and Jordan Love set to take over again. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Love from the gun. And they corral him well behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, every once in a while you understand a play that loses a yard or 2. But losing that much on a completion, there is some kind of malfunction with the offense. They'd have been better off abandoning that play. Heck, you might as well punt it.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Kicks the handoff, now Love. Dumped off to his running back.
Simply part of the job description for any running back in today's game. You're out there, you're going to be one of your quarterback's most important safety valves. You've got to be ready for that check down at all times.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Love out of the shotgun. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
So 4th down, here comes Daniel Whelan to send it flying for the Packers. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And it'll be Cardinals football. New set of downs for him at the 38. From the gun, it's Murray. His throw finds Marvin Harrison Jr. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And that's a Cardinals 1st down.
The smartest pass catchers I've ever been around, they know how to set up an outcut beautifully. They recognize when they have leverage, how to sell the deep route, and then boom, they just break it out as if it's nothing.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Here's Kyler to throw. A dangerous throw, and he almost got burned by it. The interception dropped and incomplete on first down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Tossing this out to Connor. He's got a gain of 6 there. That was Xavier McKinney that time with the tackle. 6 yards to pick up there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
With all these collisions these running backs take between the tackles, sure nice to get a little crease on the outside, get in that open field, and let these runners do their thing.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And 4th and 4 coming up. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark. Really, from the first snap through this second half, there have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered. And that's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
The Packers ready to run their offense back out there. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. On the handoff, here's Jacobs. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Shotgun now for Love. Complete beyond the marker. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, well, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Dadrian Taylor-Demerson getting there for the tackle. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
From the 39. Completes this one to Kraft. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate, but the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. A give to Jacobs on the inside handoff. And he gets this beyond the midfield stripe and onto the Cardinals side of the field. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
From the the 46. Heaves this one for the back of the end zone. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
Well, that was all about the eyes. You've got to read the quarterback's eyes as a defender and make sure you know where that throw is going. And when it does, you got to react and knock it away. That is well done.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Love now to throw. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a fourth down.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
The Packers send out their punting unit. And this will be his second effort of the contest. Got 46 on his first punt, and this one's pushing a little more distance. And oh, just a hair too much on that kick. The punt lands in the end zone. This one's coming out to the 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. The Arizona offense about set to get going here. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. It's Connor again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of about 3, so a third of what they needed. 3rd and 6 coming up. Operating from the gun, here's Murray. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the defense comes through, and that's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But of course we know, it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
The Cardinals out for the punt. Blake Gillikin will kick it away. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. Fair catch called for and made at the 35-yard line. No return on that punt. And the Packers will take over possession. Now here comes the Green Bay offense. Well, their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. Running on first here with Jacobs. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Brought to the grab by Kaiser White. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Zaven Collins in on the tackle.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Turning to Jacobs on 3rd. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Three quarters in the books from this one. It's Packers football, and they know what they need to do, trailing here in the 4th. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Going run again with Jacobs. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
That's what I call a rhythm starter right there. Man, offenses love execution and plays like that on 1st down, Kate, because now that playbook is wide open. All options on the table for 2nd down.
Handoff here to Jacobs. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 1st down, Packers.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Jacobs running behind center. And he's able to push forward to the 25. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. Now a run with Jacobs. And they make the play at the 23, a gain of only a little. Call it a gain of 2, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 1. Jacobs gets it on the draw. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
They had the 1st down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. From the red zone now. This is reeled in by Reed. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
2nd down, looking for options. Has it in close. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
Got that chip shot in their back pocket to tie it. A chance at the lead here first, though. 1st and goal. They'll run. Jacobs takes it in. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers take a 4th quarter lead. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
Now a try to go up by 4, put it out of the range of a field goal. The point after splits the uprights. And the Packers take a 4-point lead.
Cardinals 6.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Dortch now to return it. He's stopped on the return at the 27. The Cardinals offense making its way out. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. Ready to start this drive with Connor. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3. From the 34. He's got time. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
As much as we talk about offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains, they want to stay on script. Well, a defense, they want to rip that script up. And a sack like that, creating third and extra longs, it's exactly how you get it done.
Packers putting 6 defensive backs out there, defending pass on this third down. Throwing here, Murray. Escapes the pocket. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
New set of downs for him from the 46. First and 10, Murray. Into the hands of Michael Wilson. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And it'll be first down, Arizona.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. The first down carry for Connor. Jukes one defender. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Pretty obvious, this defense, man, they need more people around the line of scrimmage. But the minute you do that, Kate, start opening up those throwing lanes. This is how balance takes apart a defense.
He brings the offense up now for a first and 10. Right back to Connor. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. Call it no gain on that run, and they face second and 10.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Murray looking to throw. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. He picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Third and a lone yard coming up. Looking to throw. That's complete to Wilson. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
Kate, if you and I took a whirlwind tour and watched young quarterbacks, the hardest route to complete is this one. A lot of them could throw go routes and slants and drags and in cuts, but throwing that out route takes some time, takes some precision, and a whole bunch of trust between QB and receiver.
A new set of downs awaits them. Here's first and 10. Straight ahead, it's Connor. And this is down to the 5-yard line before they can stop him. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have second and 3. Shotgun handoff to Connor. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make third down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Looking to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals take a 4th quarter lead. Exactly the play they were looking for, Brock. They saw it, and he put it right on the money.
Yeah, it really was a perfect play. This is what it looked like in practice, but more importantly now to get it done in game time, that's what you're looking for. Amazing when it all comes together.
Pretty important PAT here, Brock, to make it a field goal game. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cardinals push their lead to 3. Now Prater on to send it away. On the return, here comes Reed. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. The Packers and Josh Jacobs about set to go on offense. And get that big old marker out. Cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. Thrown on first down, Love. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Looked like a bit of a concentration drop on that one. And it sets up second down.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
A second down throw here for Love. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, third down coming up. Looking for Christian Watson that time. So they're left facing third and long.
There was a window there for a moment, but boy, did they close the gap before that throw could arrive.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Back to throw it. He's looking deep once again. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. That's a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers take a fourth-quarter lead. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
A chance to take their lead beyond a field goal on this point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Packers take a 4-point lead.
17. Cardinals 13.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Dallas with a return. This return makes it up to the 25. The Cardinals and Kyler Murray set to take over. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Murray here on first down. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
You know, Kate, it is so hard on these defenses to try to keep an eye and monitor on these running backs when they leave the backfield, especially if he's waiting to chip a defender or delays in the start of his route. He's really an underrated part of their overall passing game.
Play action now, Murray. Finds him on the crossing route. And he has them a first down, which they will tackle on the other side of this 2-minute warning. back to throw. This will be caught by Connor. And he gets it past the 50 and down to the Packers side of the field.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break off something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
Setting up to pass. This is reeled in by Wilson. And he has it down to the 30 before going out. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there, and there's nothing this defense can do.
Here he is to throw. He's on the move. Now he takes it.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
Cardinals in the hurry up now, racing the clock as they work to get set. Complete over the middle. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. The Cardinals decided to use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Two timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. Has it down close. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
That's another Cardinals.
Murray. And will he? No, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. The loss sets him up at the 9-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Murray. Has it in close. And he will score and give him the lead in the final minute. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
And he shakes out the pressure to nail the point after, and now an opposing field goal would only tie this game. Now Prater on to send it away. Nixon now to return it. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Packers and this running back headed back out for a new series. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some.
And they got there in time. He's taken down. The Packers take their first time out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Another try following the sack. This one taken in by Kraft. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's its second. Still one more in their pocket to use. Offense to the line for first down, conscious of that single timeout they've got remaining. Love from the gun. Catch is made down the right sideline. Down to the 10. And he's in, and that's a touchdown. And with almost no time left, he just likely won them this game. Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minute.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
Now a crucial point after to stretch the lead beyond a field goal. And it's good, so they take the lead, and the extra point buys them some breathing room. A field goal does not tie it now. On now is McManus to kick this away. He's going to return it from a yard or two deep. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. On 1st and 10, it's Murray. Escapes out, trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. Now a timeout, and there may be time for 2 plays here, Brock, but a quick short one does them no good. They got to go for broke here. Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Trying again, following the sack. Trying to push it deep downfield. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So it's the visiting Packers who pick up the win. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. So for Brock Heward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. The Packers are your winners as we say so long from Glendale.